Meet the 2025 Model Y Launch Edition, the facelift that everyone has been waiting for. It's got a new look, quieter ride, and more tech, and a Launch Edition price tag. So in this video, I'll tell you what's new, what's just noise, and if it's worth buying. So let's check it out. Tesla calls this a heavily refreshed Model Y. Outside you get the sleek full width light bars, and rear a cleaner bumper design and a more aerodynamic nose. Inside, the big changes are comfort and tech, quieter cabin, new materials with ambient lighting, ventilated front seats on this Launch Edition, and finally an indicator stalk. Rear passengers now get an 8-inch touchscreen for climate and entertainment. There's also a central front camera with a washer and improved phone key with ultra wideband. So what actually makes this the Launch Edition? You're paying for a bundle. Long range all-wheel drive spec with exclusive launch badging, door sills and software graphics, and in some regions a few baked in options. It looks special without going performance boy racer. In the Europe and UK, this was a limited early build launch series of the long range all-wheel drive with a 75 kilowatt hour usable battery, and the newest interior bits. It ran for a short window, then the standard trims followed. So if you see launch graphics on the infotainment and the puddle lights, that's the one. So what about living with it then? The big 15.4 inch hub stays. The software is as responsive as ever. Still no CarPlay or Android Auto though, but Tesla's UI is snappy. I mean, you can browse through maps and all sorts of stuff here, and look how snappy it is. Like even in my older Model 3, mine has the Intel Atom chip and it's just not as sharp as this. This is super sharp. And yes, then we have the stocks. So the stocks are back, and this is a welcome change for me because I wasn't a fan of the buttons, and in this country where we've got lots of roundabouts, especially small roundabouts like the ones I'm going around now, you can't tell me that the buttons on the wheel were a better option. I'm just not having it. It's just not true. There's two little roundabouts I've just went past, and indicator stalks, effortless. Still a packaging champ. Huge boot, flat folding rear seats, now with electric release, which also raises them back up, which is so well deserved of an upgrade. Big underfloor footwell and a usable frunk. The power tailgate is standard, towing is supported in the UK, and brake towing capacity up to 1600 kilograms, and roof load is 75 kilograms, handy for bikes and boxes. So this Launch Edition long range all-wheel drive version carries the same 400V architecture, which means this supports up to 250 kilowatts of DC fast charging. So on a good V3 supercharger, you can get from 10% to 80% charge in less than half an hour, which is pretty fast for fast charging. Efficiency is still where the Tesla wins though, because real world driving, you can still easily achieve 3.8 miles per kilowatt hour, which is pretty good for a big heavy car like this. So the biggest change in the new Model Y is definitely the drive. It feels a lot smoother, especially on the likes of broken tarmac. It doesn't feel as bumpy. It's easier to live with. Motorway speeds, this thing is insanely quiet and really easy to live with. And the steering still has a steering rack, so it's not fly-by-wire, which the likes of the Cybertruck has. The steering still feels good and responsive, and yeah, no real issues with that whatsoever. I do like the smaller steering wheel as well. It's slightly smaller than the older Teslas, so I do like that. And then of course this is the long range as well, so we do have that performance. So you get 0 to 60 in around the mid 4-second mark, which is pretty awesome. You can pull out of a junction, pull onto a carriageway or a motorway. You have no worries about getting up to speed. That's really good. I really dig that. Things I actually love is with the camera system, this is all cameras and visuals instead of sensors as well. So when you hit the indicators, as soon as you cross the line, the indicators stop. You don't have to worry about them staying on or anything like that, which is pretty awesome. So you still get Tesla's safety assistance here with your basic autopilot. Enhanced autopilot and FSD are optional, but bear in mind FSD is not fully driverless. Enhanced autopilot though, remember, is not FSD, so it is not full self-driving. It's lane changing. You still need to keep your wits about you, so remember that. Eyes up, hands on. So when this Launch Edition hit the UK, this was priced in around the 60 grand mark, which is pretty pricey, but the newer models that followed afterwards come in at a lot less of a price, and you're pretty much getting the same car. So after driving this for a few days, let's talk about pros and cons. Let's talk about things that I like. The steering wheel is noticeably smaller, and I do prefer this steering wheel. I do love the fact that the indicator stalks are back. As an everyday car, this thing's great. It really is. The one thing that I really love new about this car is, do you see the auto shift? So when the camera system detects whether there's something in front of you or behind you, it'll automatically engage, reverse or drive. What I really noticed, now this car is black, so this car shows you every little insignificant mark that's on this car. I think there's still an issue with the build quality in terms of like seals around the doors, and even on the door panels themselves, there's no seam sealer on the doors. These seats are absolutely fantastic, right? I love the seats, I love the heating, I love the cooling, I love the ventilated design of them. But having picked this car up and have other people have obviously been using this car before I have used it, there's stuff going to get into those vents, those seats. So if you have kids and they're messy with their hands, and if they, get chocolate or whatever under their hands and they wipe it on the seat, it's getting into those grooves. The cameras, when I've been driving, especially down sort of smaller back roads, camera system on this goes haywire. Like, it goes nuts. Like, it's beeping that you're too close to the verge and you're too close to this, and you're like, but I'm not. So should you buy the Launch Edition Model Y? So if you can get one used, I would definitely say go for it. I mean, you'll get that branding, the badges, the puddle lights, all those cool things that come with the Launch Edition. But if you want to save yourself a bit of cash, especially if you're buying a newer model, the standard long range all-wheel drive would be what I would recommend, to be honest. If you don't care about the branding and that type of thing, that's what I would recommend you do. You're still getting the quieter cabin, the better ride quality, your ambient lighting, your rear screen, all the things that make your day-to-day drive experience, all those things are present in all those models. The big question is, does the branding really matter? If it doesn't, then maybe the standard version is the one you should buy. So that is my review on the Tesla Model Y Launch Edition. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. I'm Michael and I am the test drive guy. Hope you liked the video. If you did, smash that like button for me, and don't forget to click that subscribe and ring that little bell to be notified of new videos just like this one. Keep a look at the channel. I have a lot more car reviews in the pipeline, so stay tuned. And if there is any other cars you want to see me review, hit me up in the comments down below and let me know what you want to see. But until then, I'll catch you in the next one.